guys, Pips here, and today I'm going to be going over Solidus. Now, if you don't want the video in the background if you keep playing, you got to turn off autoplay, which is why the screen's completely black. Now, I'm going to be going over this project, Solidus AI Tech. So, AI is going to change the world more than anything in the history of mankind, more than electricity. Now, this is pretty big. So, what they're trying to do is they've already raised $6.1 million, and they have another 180,000 plus the 5.4 million reserved to being funded. Now, if they make all this money, well, if they gain all this traction up to fill that sale, they're going to be building lots of high processing computing servers. Now, what these are going to be used for is between government agencies, or doing like self-driving cars and all those sorts of projects. So they're going to be working with a lot of big governments, a lot of big contractors. They already have a partnership with Microsoft and a few other big companies that you know the name of, big household corporations. So you're probably wondering, why do they want small people to be investing in this? The reason being is because they need the money to build the servers. So like 90% of the money or so, like we'll go over the tokenomics, but most of the money is going to be going to the servers. And so this crypto project is more crowdfunding for a real world company to be able to provide high computing servers. Now we always joke about NASA having the quickest computers in the world. Now that's not really true anymore, because there's a lot of big corporations now that probably have bigger bandwidths. Now, I can't say that for certain, but with NASA's funding getting slashed everywhere, I wouldn't be surprised. So anyway, high computing servers that can handle, that have like a much bigger bandwidth for processing data. Now they're being needed more and more, especially with AI coming out. So like I said, they've already raised $6 million, and they're trying to raise another 5.6 million or so between that. But yeah, so this project was established in 2021. Now I did say 2017. Now what that is Solidus, which is a mining group. They're the parent company, and this is one of the subsidiaries, which is the cryptocurrency project for the servers. They're building an eco-friendly, high-performance computing, so HPC data center, and an infrastructure as a service platform where governmental authorities, megacorps, SMEs, and professionals will be able to purchase artificial intelligence services seamlessly via AI tech token. Just like I was saying, these are all big words. Basically what it means is they're going to have quick computers for big problems that need solving quickly. A significant problem is the lack of European HPC facilities in the global top 10. Now, remember, high processing computers, remember HPCs, high processing computers. The EU consumes 1/3 of HPC resources while only producing 5% of computer power. European scientists and engineers rely on expensive US supercomputing facilities more than those in the EU by a factor of 10. Now, if you're in the US, we do have a lot of big computers, like I said, NASA, just to name one, but probably things like Microsoft, Amazon, any of those big websites that everybody's on, Google, where they hold most of the servers in the world for all the bandwidth and stuff. So like big megacorps like that, they need more computer processing power, and these people are going to solve it. So we have completed the main build of our data center and are ready to commence the installation of our HPC infrastructure, which is based in Europe. Butcherist. Now don't even ask me what country that's in. I believe that's Austria. I apologize. Bucharest is in Romania. I forgot that's the capital. But anyway, that'll significantly help to bridge this gap and will enable European companies to obtain their supercomputing power within the EU. We expect the facility to be more efficient and of lower cost than in most of the US. So basically, they're trying to undercut the US high processing computers. just so that they can have cheaper services and help people, help incentivize people to solve these real world problems that require these large computers. So we have the capacity to scale up our operations, and as we do so, we expect to quickly become the top EU HPC center and in the world, and the global top 10 HPC centers. So that's pretty big. So here's a use case example of the high processing computers. Instead of taking regular over-the-counter medicines, medicine could be tailored to your exact genome. AI algorithms will enable doctors and hospitals to do better analyze data and customize their healthcare to the genes, environment, and lifestyle of each patient. So basically, be able to cater better to your specific genes, like your DNA and such. So from diagnosing brain tumors to deciding which cancer treatment will work best for an individual, AI is positioned to drive the personalized medicine revolution. So basically, no more doctors going, all right, which if you have, let's say, stage 2 or stage 3 cancer where your survival chance is very low, is this low chance of survival better than this other low chance of survival solution? Like, which one do you have a better chance of succeeding? And basically, they're trying to decide, all right, this one is the better solution, and they have a much better chance to stay alive. Now, this will increase the chance of survival through the whatever surgery or treatment that they use. So anybody who has lost a family member from cancer, this could solve that. Eco-friendly data center, intellectual property IP. So our research and development R&D team has a permanent mission to improve efficiency and minimize the power consumption in our data centers, operating under ISO 14001 to 2015. There are significant efforts. Our existing hardware runs at 40% less power consumption than the industry average. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, 40% less power consumption. So that means bigger margins because they're still competing with the same people. And if those other people are able to make a profit, they're able to make a hell of a lot more money, spending a lot less money on the actual power consumption. Our AI hardware will run on the same IP, which will make our data center one of the most eco-friendly in the world. Yeah, so everything's together. It's like one giant mega server almost. Let's see. Green computing. We're a supporter of Crypto Climate Accord. So the Crypto Climate Accord's overall objective is to decarbonize the global crypto industry by prioritizing climate stewardship and supporting the entire crypto industry's transition to net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2040. So basically, what that means is no more dirty Bitcoin. So when I say dirty Bitcoins, I mean like the Bitcoins that are mined using coal, other fossil fuels. Now that is, I believe, about a little less than half of the Bitcoin being mined to date is under fossil fuels. Now it used to be a lot higher, but as people are becoming more and more self-aware of the environment, less fossil fuels are being used, which is great. But yeah, they're trying to make it so that everything runs completely on green technology. Now, there is a lot of controversy with the term green technology, and that's because some of the so-called green technology isn't great for the environment. So, like, for instance, wind turbines. Now, we do have solar panels now, and solar panels do kind of mess with the environment a little bit because they do um, they do mess around with the temperatures and they reflect the sun in a weird way. So that is something to take note of. However, I do believe that we will continue improving our green technology to the point where it'll no longer affect the environment in a toxic way. So the crypto climate accord will create wins for both the planet and global economy. All right, so tree planting. So basically you understand what that is. They're trying to make it so that everything is completely good for the environment well, not bad for the environment basically. There's a difference between good and bad. But yeah, basically that's hey, let's reduce the bad things in the environment. Let's increase the good things by planting trees. So they'll plant 128 trees as part of a volunteering program in partnership with the Ministry of Education in Romania. Top 10 National Olympics teenage computer scientists will be invited to join the Solidus Technologies Educational Boards program. I think that's pretty cool. An opportunity to people. Now there is a lot to go through, so I won't be going through everything, but all right. So here are some of the services they're going to be giving: self-driving cars, face and voice recognition, medical industry. So like I said, with cancer treatment, healthcare, recruitment, sales automation and lead generation, virtual assistants. I think what they mean by that is almost like when you think of like Halo with like Cortana, where they'll be able to tell you exactly what to do. Once we get more and more advanced AI, that's what they mean by virtual. Instead of paying like some dude from India, like under minimum wage, you can instead, have an AI do it for pretty much free almost. Traffic, congestion or smart cities, border control, service, secure societies, agriculture, greenhouse automation. Now, here's where I don't really like this project that much, in the fact that they are very centralized, and that is great, except for the fact that most people want to stay anonymous. Now, if that's the case, you already know the answer of whether or not you want to get into this. But for those of you who are still considering, I'd read through all this stuff. Now they have some security vulnerabilities. You can go through all this stuff. Let's go through the more important stuff. So we're currently on this public sale. It started on the 1st of this month, and it's going till the end of this month. And they're trying to raise $25 million. Now, if you want to buy now, it'll have you log in. Now, this is where I say it's not DeFi. It is technically under more centralized as far as projects, but it's definitely worth looking into if you do like doing ICOs. Now, this is the token application. This is where I say that. Sorry, that's not the one I was looking at. This is where I say that most of it will be going to the servers. The server accounts for probably about 80-90% of it. It's pretty cool. All right. So you can stake your tokens. They'll be burning the AI tech tokens. I believe they're doing a buyback and burn strategy instead of just regular burn. This is the quarter. See, this has been going on since 2017, early 2018. I thought this was 2017. So you can read through all this. They have 2022. All right, yeah, cool. You can go through all of the people. All of these LinkedIn profiles do go to someone. There's one exception, I believe, the second to last person. It doesn't go to a profile, but that's just probably a website error. But every other person is directly affiliated with the project, and you can check their LinkedIn profiles if you want to. Anyway, so yeah, this, like I said, this isn't as decentralized as everything else. However, I definitely suggest talking to a legal tax advisor or attorney, a tax, someone who's good with legal stuff and taxes before you do your taxes for this project. But anyway, I hope you guys really did enjoy this video, and if you want to see more ICO content, please do like. And if you want to see more DeFi news, also a little bit of update videos here and there for projects that are really popping off. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.